Good afternoon from Big Cypress Tree State Park, located in West Tennessee. It is north of Jackson, Tennessee, and it is a day park, so there is no overnight camping here. This is I think, a hidden gem, really, of West Tennessee. It is beautiful, it is peaceful, there's nothing around you, and a great place to come if you have kids. There's a brand new playground. There's brand new pergola areas. There's hiking that's paved. There's the boardwalk that I'm walking on, so you can see tons of trees, tons of natural wetlands. And if you come during the summer, it's dry enough to go further to see the cypress trees that it is known for here. So come along for the journey today. It's going to be a great day. Located in the floodplains of West Tennessee, this state park gets its name from the big cypress trees that grow straight up out of its natural wetlands. So for natural beauty, it gets a 7 out of 10. Our next category is activities, and this is worth a possible 20 points because that's why you go to state parks, to do stuff, right? And so we're going to begin by showing footage of the playground, including a new set of swings. Everything was just brand new, and I know my kids would have loved to have played on that. But the park also has plenty of day activity things to do. If you just want to show up with your lunch and relax for a little while, they have grills for cooking out, picnic tables for larger groups. I found a quiet spot just to get alone with the Lord and enjoy a cup of coffee and pray and just look out on the beauty of His creation. But if you want to be a little more active in your visit, they do have this basketball court, and they have a hiking trail that I really enjoyed because it was super easy. Anyone from parents with preschoolers or a mom pushing a stroller all the way up through senior adults would enjoy this nice, easy, and beautiful hike. And one of the things that I really liked about it also was that it had tree identification plaques to showcase all of the different native trees to the area. And I love this because it just helps you learn what they're called and a little bit of their features. I'm holding the camera level, and I don't know if you can tell, but this side is leaning. This whole thing is pretty jank. Very old building. Pretty cool. I guess people were very short back then because my head is almost at the ceiling. Whose side are you leaning on? Leaning on the Lord's side. If you know, you know. I see this tree right here. Look at that. That is what's holding it up. It's just leaning against the tree, and you can see it bowed right there where it's touching. It's also touching down here at the bottom. No question, this one tree is holding the whole thing up. See that? If you're interested in learning about the native wildlife or just the history of the area, they do have a few learning exhibits, and there at the little welcome center there's also some taxidermy stuff and live animals and artifacts and things. So I'm going to give activities a 15 out of 20. So much of the park has been renovated recently, including the bathrooms. These were super nice and get a 9 out of 10. The park itself is pretty far north. It's pretty close to the Kentucky border, a little bit out in the middle of nowhere, but the roads were very well maintained. And if you come up through Jackson, it's a beautiful drive, and so drivability gets a 5 out of 10. It's funny how one little thing can completely change your perspective on a state park. This is probably about my 25th or 30th state park I've been to, somewhere around there. And this is the first park that I've ever been to where I met a ranger who introduced himself and told me his name, which is crazy. But I just got done talking to Ranger Michael, and had to have been one of the most informative conversations I've had about Tennessee state parks. He actually told me about one that has opened that they have not posted online. I didn't even know about, and it's like maybe 20 or 30 minutes away from here, so I'm gonna go there next. And he was just super kind, super helpful, gave me great history of this area, gave me recommendations. So I just say all that to say one little thing can just make a state park so much more enjoyable. And so I want to give him a shout out and just let you know that I'm giving the staff here a perfect 10 out of 10 score. The park has free EV charging on site, which is great, but not much else, so it gets a 4 out of 10 for amenities. Up next is uniqueness. I think that the natural wetlands and the big cypress trees on site give it a 5 out of 10 for uniqueness. Finally, it is cost. The park is a day park. It is 100% free to enjoy. It gets a 10 out of 10. And you put it all together and aggregate it, the final score for Big Cypress Tree State Park is an 81 out of 100. That is a wrap on Big Cypress Tree State Park. If you live anywhere near Jackson, Tennessee, I would highly recommend you coming out here and spending the day. There's plenty to do. Have a picnic, bring your kids, everybody will have a great time. And yeah, support this local day park here in West Tennessee. I hope you enjoyed today's video. God bless you. And remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.